Hi there, my name's Aaron Short and welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to talk about the experience of ordering a guitar from the Fender mod shop. I got this guitar a little while ago. I've been meaning to make a video about the whole experience. I really like the guitar, but there's a lot to talk about with how you order a mod shop Fender. I didn't even know this was a thing until recently when I ordered mine, and it's a really cool option. So with Fender, obviously you've got your standard series guitars that you can just go online and order or buy from a dealer or from Fender's website. You've also got custom shop guitars, which I've never ordered, and master built guitars, which are built by one builder, which are very expensive. And I have owned one used one in the past. One day I'd love to own a new one that's built to my own custom spec. But the mod shop is really cool. It gives you some options and some choices, not like a custom and certainly not like a master built guitar, but it's a nice alternative to your off-the-rack kind of guitars. I'll show you what I mean. Let's go through the specs together. I have my guitar. I'll tell you about the experiences. I'll tell you about things to look out for and things to avoid and anything like that, and my own personal experience. But if you're new here, subscribe and ring the bell, and let's jump over to the desktop and I'll show you what I built and what I chose for my guitar, which just happens to be hanging on the wall behind me. So this is Fender's website. This is where you do all the fun stuff, if you like. So I'm going to go in here, and you want to find Mod Shop, which is conveniently located right at the top of the screen. There we go, Mod Shop. And I'm going to do a Stratocaster. They do add new options, as you can see. There's new options here that were not there when I ordered mine, which may upset me. We'll find out together. Let's just do what I did. So you can do Acoustasonics, you can do basses. It tells you how everything works there. But I basically went to Stratocaster to get started. All right. And you just put in here all the things that you want. So I'll go through them all so you can see exactly what the options are. Right-handed or left-handed? It's great we have that option. I'm right-handed, so that one was very easy. Okay, body. Now, this is where you choose the wood for the body of the guitar. I'm just consulting my notes because it's been a while since I ordered mine. I'll make sure I don't make any mistakes. But you have alder, mahogany, and roasted pine. Those two are an upcharge. I went for alder, an older body. Okay, not a newer body, an older body. You can have that joke for free. There's many colors to choose from. And again, look, I kind of want all of them. But I ended up going for the 3-color Sunburst because it's similar to the John Mayer signature guitar, which I'm a big fan of. But there's some really great colors here if we go through them. Look. And I think they've added some since I got mine as well. There we go. I finally found it. The 3-color Sunburst. That is one of my favorite colors on a Fender Stratocaster. I like a lot of these colors, but that's the one that I went for. And then, once you've chosen the body and the color, you've got your neck shape. So I took a bit of time on this, because I've played some Fenders lately where the necks have varied greatly. So bear that in mind. And they've got some nice options here too. But I went for the C to D neck shape. The Maple C to D Strat, this one. I wanted something that would be comfortable and a bit more modern. So it starts as a C and goes up to a D up the neck. But there's several options there. So do choose wisely, because obviously, once you've got your neck, you don't want to be sanding it down or replacing it if you can help it. Fingerboard option, I like rosewood, so I selected rosewood. Now, pickups. This was another point for me to really consider. I really like HSS configuration, but I wanted to go for something very traditional with this guitar. I wanted SSS. But then which ones would I go for? I really like Noises pickups, but I decided again to keep this traditional. I saw these Corona Classics, and someone online said these are like the ones they used in the 90s. And I just had one of those V-Strat guitars, and they had those pickups. And I really like those pickups. They're very bright and vintage sounding. So I decided to go for these for that reason. I do like them. I would like the noise to be gone. I may add a dummy coil to the guitar somehow in the future. They do sound good. They are on the bright side. And it's tough. You know, I really like HSS. I really like SSS. Again, I chose to keep this guitar traditional, fairly traditional. So I went for the Corona Classic pickups. Pickguard, I went for the 4-ply Tortoise. So again, this is similar to the John Mayer kind of style with that Tortoise pickguard. So that's the look that I was going for. The Fender Mayer guitar, that is. Plastic parts, I went for Age White. You have white or black. Yeah, aged white, I would call that cream. I like that look. Again, a bit more of a vintage look to that visually. And then tuning machines, well, I went for locking tuners. I really like locking tuners on guitars these days, and I wanted to go straight for that. As you can see, there is a string tree. I don't mind that. Some people do, but I like having a string tree, so I was fine with that. And then for the bridge, this is where it gets really interesting. I wanted to do a hardtail. You may say that's sacrilegious, but I wanted a hardtail Strat. And again, the Mayer Strat is locked down at the factory. You can unlock it and use the tremolo system. I just wanted a Fender Strat that would really stay in tune well. And I also hope this might make the guitar a bit lighter as well. So if I turn the guitar around, you can see this is like a cross between a Tele and a Strat. Very quick to restring, very stable, and may make the guitar lighter, maybe not, because they're not rounding out that wood for the trem system, but there's also no trem system in there, so the chances are it's going to be a bit lighter than most guitars, especially these days. Many guitars now are pretty heavy. Most Strats I see now are 8 pounds or more. There's no way to get like an American Standard Pro 2. There's no guitar like that that's hardtail, so that's why I went to Mod Shop. All right, hardware, I went for the Fender Strat blocks, so I don't drop the guitar. Check out that video on my playlist. And then strings, I went for 10s, because I always use 10s on electric and on Stratocasters, so it would come with the strings I'm going to use. And the case and packaging, you get a hard shell case, which is nice. So there we go. Let's check out this guitar then. This is the spec I did, and it's the color I wanted. It's hardtail that I wanted. It's got the 3 single coil pickups that I basically wanted. I'd love it if I could have added a noiseless dummy coil in the build, but Fender don't really do stuff like that. That's more of an aftermarket thing. I would have liked those saddles to have been smooth, not the vintage style, but I didn't see an option for that. There may be an option for that I missed, but I didn't see that. That could be changed in the future quite easily. And then I would like the recessed heel at the back like the Ultras have. That's not an option. It does have the tilt system, you can see there. And one more thing that I would have liked here, stainless steel frets. They don't offer that. Maybe one day they will. If this guitar had the noise assist and the stainless steel frets, I would have been very happy. Oh, and one more thing. The neck is a lighter color. I wish that wood was kind of a darker color. I think it would look nicer with that sunburst. But it's fine. I really like how it looks on the builder here. And they've also improved the builder. If you look at this, when I move the guitar, you see the light in the guitar. This looks nice now. I think when I ordered mine, it didn't look this natural. You couldn't really tell what it was going to look like. As far as I can remember, it's been a while now. I think they've made this better. It looks really nice here on the screen. Look at that. You can even zoom in and click on each part and zoom it. That's, yeah, they've definitely improved this, I think. It didn't look this good when I ordered mine. I wasn't quite sure what it would look like when I got it, but this looks just like my guitar. Having said that, there's a couple of caveats here to bear in mind. With certain colors, like the Sunburst, you don't know exactly what it's going to look like. If you order a black guitar, a white guitar, it's going to be black or white. Solid colors are fine, right? But if you order a guitar like this, with the Sunburst, the natural wood shining through, you might get a guitar that doesn't look quite like how you wanted it to. Same with a pickguard. If you go for a pickguard like this, they all have unique patterns. So many of you will say, well, I don't care about that. You're being too fussy. Fair enough. But just bear in mind that there will be some variation in the looks. It won't look exactly like it does on the screen because of variation in wood grain. Same with the back of the neck, right? Just in case that stuff matters to you. Also, the weight. This is the biggest one for me. I always shop at places like Sweetwater and look at the weight of their guitars because they list the weight, and I believe every store should. With a mod shop, you don't know the weight. And it's possible this guitar could be, it's possible this guitar could have been 8.5 pounds, maybe 9 pounds. You've got no way of dealing with that, right? It could have been 9 pounds. It could be 6.5. It could be 6 pounds, anywhere between those two. Mine actually worked out really well. I put the weight of mine on the screen, the exact weight. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. But you don't know exactly how it will look depending on the wood grain and exactly the weight of the guitar like you would if you buy from Sweetwater. But you can't buy something like this from Sweetwater unless it's an American custom shop that they've ordered. So just bear that in mind when you're doing this. But it looks awesome. And then you go through and pay for the guitar. They email you this spec and you can print it out just to prove that what you selected on the day. I would recommend that you do that, print out what they give you. And that is everything that I chose. So then you wait. And how long did that take? Well, I've heard of people receiving these anywhere from 1 week up to over 4 weeks. Mine was roughly 4 weeks since the day I ordered it, which I think is absolutely fine. But it's all dependent on availability of parts and how many orders they've got, of course. So you might find this shows up in 7 days, which would be amazing. You might find you have to wait over a month, but I think that's very acceptable. Most custom orders are around a year right now these days. So obviously it's not the same thing. This is more of a parts build than a custom guitar, but even so, it is semi-custom. It is coming from Fender. The fact that you're getting it in 7 days to a month, I think is great. So let's check out the guitar and I'll show you what I think of what I got. Okay, so this is my guitar. I'm really happy with it. I love the way the grain looks on the wood. There was no issues. I checked it all over for any cosmetic defects. There's nothing like that. It looks great. Quality is excellent. It feels excellent. Pattern on the pickguard is great. You know, these are factors for some people. Might as well throw it in there. Yeah, no damage. And what impressed me the most was, well, the weight, first of all. It's not super light, but it could have been a lot heavier. So I was very happy about that. And I wasn't completely sure about the feel of the neck and everything. And they can slightly vary, but this neck feels excellent. And I think the only thing I would have changed really is that neck is kind of very white looking. I would like that to be a little bit darker, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. And like I said, it'd be nice if they offered more options in the future, like the recessed heel and stainless steel frets, but that would also drive the price up, but I would have gone for it. Having said that though, of course, what if you do all that and then you don't like the guitar and you want to sell it on? That could be a problem, obviously. But what I will say about this guitar, which really made me happy and really impressed me, is that the setup was excellent. I know it doesn't really matter. I know we can set guitars up ourselves, but I have had guitars come lately in the last few years that just had really high action, really needed a full setup. This one's a bit easier because it is hardtail. There's not much to do. There's less to do with the setup with this, but the intonation was perfect. The action was perfect for me. And it came with the 10s already. So I took this out of the box and just started playing it. And I haven't adjusted it since I got it. It still plays the same. It still holds tune excellently. And it's just an awesome option. These hardtail Strats, if you like the sound of a Strat, the feel of a Strat, but you want the tuning stability of a Tele and often a lighter guitar, then this is a great way to go. So I'm really, really happy with this. And I would totally recommend the Mod Shop to anyone. But just bear in mind a couple of things I said about the weight and the look if you don't go for solid colors. And obviously do your homework and read up on the different pickups and wood types and make sure you get it right the first time because you can't send it back. What you get is what you get. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's my Fender Mod Shop. Really love this guitar. Really great option for people to do if you want to do something kind of semi-custom. Jump over to the Fender website that I'll link below and just mess around with the builder anyway. Just see what kind of ideas you can come up with. This is a pretty standard idea, but you can make some really interesting builds over there. So check it out. If you've tried the Mod Shop, if you have a Mod Shop, let me know in the comments below what you think. And I'll play you out with a few chords now. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and be well. Bye-bye.